6:30. So I know people are going to be popping in because it is the top of the hour, top of the half hour. And like I said, we've got a lot of information to share with you. We do this every year. We used to, I'm sure if you've been a past member and you attended one of our live socials at some point in time. But I'm going to ask everybody to mute themselves now. If you want, you can still go into the chat and just say where you're coming from, new or return. And we are going to keep all questions to the end. So we'll just, but if you want to put a question in the chat, we can catch that and we'll bring it out later. So we'll just save all that good stuff to the end. All right. Well, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Woo! We might get a good number. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, maybe we'll give one more minute.
Thanks, sweetie. Thank you.
All right, make sure you mute yourself as you come in. Grab yourself a bevy, get comfy on the couch. This is going to be recorded, so if you happen to miss something, this will be in our page. Probably over the weekend. It'll take a while to download, then upload. So probably by next week for sure, this will be up there. So you can then rewatch it if you want, or share it with friends, or just archive it. Alrighty. Okay, let's get started because we know that, you know, it's a Thursday night. If you're like me, your kids are probably sitting upstairs watching TV. We, like I said, we have a social and info session to get started. So my name is Sylvie Doe. I am the founder of CycleFitCHICKS, started it in 2008. So it's 14 years. I can't believe it's been that long. You know, I get excited about this club every year without fail. It's just the most amazing way to spend your summer cycling with friends, finding and exploring the city and the region. I mean, we've gotten more out, like our group ride leaders have just been taking people really far and near. We've learned about great routes in the city, as well as far out as, you know, Armpire or Almont. And because we always get the question, you know, where do we ride? We just ride everywhere. And the cool thing is it's based on our group ride leaders. They're the ones who set the routes. And I love going and traveling to a start to see an area that I've never ridden before. So some housekeeping as per usual. Like I said, please mute yourself and keep yourself muted. Having videos on are always appreciated because then we get to actually see what you look like before the helmet gets on and the jerseys, and then we turn into cyclists, and then we can't recognize ourselves outside of cycling gear. So yeah, so put your video on, show your face. It's beautiful. It's sunny outside. The snow is disappearing. We're going to be on our bikes soon. We're our happy group. So we're going to keep our Q&As to the end, unless you think of something and you want to put it down, put it in the chat. So we're going to flow through this as quickly as we can. I mean, we're not going to rush it, but we have a lot of speakers. So we're going to flow. We have some guest speakers as well as our executive or our board are going to be sharing, like every one of us are going to be sharing different aspects of the club. We are going to start a presentation shortly. And so here's what you're going to expect. We do have prizes that we're going to be handing out tonight, and Moira and Angie are going to be in charge. So, and we have a grand prize of $100 that is going to go out to one lucky participant that's still here at the end. So don't leave. Now, here's something really important. If you are here as a participant and you have not joined the club yet, and you're here for information and you want to learn about it, and this is going to be your deciding factor, I just want to share with you how, I mean, this is for everybody, but one lucky person that has their membership in hand and has attended this social will potentially, we do a draw tomorrow night at 6. Now, if you don't have your membership in hand and you're here to learn about the club, you have till tomorrow at noon to purchase your membership. And somebody isn't muted. Somebody came in. Please mute yourself when you jump in, please. All right. What was I saying? Okay, so if you do not have your membership, you have until tomorrow at noon to purchase, and your name will go in the draw if you were in attendance here tonight. So if you're not a member in your attendance and you purchase tomorrow, you will go into the draw to win back. Somebody will win back their membership. And we do this every time at the social. We do it at the AGM at the end of the year, giving away a next year's membership, because we really, really appreciate all of our members and we love giving back. And like I said, we have gift certificates from Eurosport and Fresh Air Experience and Isagenix, which is our hydrate. Everybody needs a good hydration product as we cycle in the heat. All right, let's get started in the presentation. So. Okay.
I'm Nicole. I just came in, but I can't get my picture.
Oh, that's okay. It's down in the corner or somewhere. Okay. Actually, you know what? Before I start the presentation here, I'm going to introduce you to our board because everybody can see everybody almost. We got 2 pages, which is amazing. Yay. Okay. So first, I know that we're going to introduce our board, which is further down in the presentation, but since everybody's here, we're just going to do it like right now, and then we're going to get started into the presentation because each one of our board is going to be talking. So the first one, because I see her right there, is Sandy. Yay! She's our volunteer coordinator. So if you signed up to volunteer, we're going to be talking about this later. She's the one who's emailing you. The next one is Moira. Where is Moira? Wave. Oh, just a second. What does she have on there? Crown? No. I can't see that. Is that a chicken? Oh, it's bunny ears. Cute. So Moira is our social media coordinator. She's also going to be cross-referencing everybody here. And also drawing for prizes. And Angie, where is Angie? Right there. She's our treasurer. She had to put up with me for the last year or so with the financials. Yay, Angie. And she's going to be helping Moira today. She'll be talking about the budget. And then there's Jean. Where's Jean? Yay. Oh, you disappeared. Oh, there she is. Jean is I like to call her my VP, the group ride coordinator, and she's going to be talking about that program. All right, let's get started. So I do want to thank these ladies, have been instrumental in the club and just making it run so well as it is. This club would not run like it does without these ladies. So I just have to, everybody, once you meet them, just give it a good there. All right, make sure you girls are muted. Let's get started. All right. So guess what? 2022 Spring Social. Welcome. You're going to see one thing we love to do in the club is take pictures. And you'll notice like every Sunday night, the pictures from all the group rides and during the week and on the weekends. And we get pretty creative, as you will soon note. So this is the agenda, how it's going to follow. Introductions, our sponsors, the board, Let's Bike Ottawa, the season, and Q&A. But there's a lot in between there. Okay, so again, I welcome all of you here. My name is Sylvie Daou. I'm the founder of CycleFitCHICKS. I started this club in 2008 when I used to have a spinning studio called CycleFit. And maybe some of you are familiar, maybe, back in the day you spun with me. So I had my studio from 2001 to 2009. In that time, I got into adventure racing, mountain biking, road cycling racing. And that's where through hearing a lot of my female clients, I had to start this club. I just listened to a lot of them, and maybe your stories are the same. Were fearful of riding by yourself, hated following your partner because he was so fast. These things. And, we're just looking for a social aspect and other women to ride with. And so I was just like, you know what? This city needs a women's cycling club. The only one around was the OBC. And I was so afraid. And I put it out there, and I got 42 women the first year. And then I was just like, oh my God, what am I going to do with them? And from there, it's gone up and down with our membership, and now it's solid. I mean, the last 2 years have been phenomenal with regards to just myself and the board, making it possible to actually be a club during this, like the 2 years of a pandemic. And you know what? Some of them, these last 2 years have been almost the best years. But for those ladies who are sitting and wondering about the club, is this for me? Am I fast enough? Am I fit enough? I just want to tell you that it pains me when I hear that, because all of you are very able to enjoy yourself in this club, like without a doubt. We have enough groups we have 5 different groups. We're going to talk about them. And, you fit in, you will fit in somewhere. And you are fit enough, and you are good enough to ride. And I want you to change that story in your head and not be fearful, and join our club. And it'll be the best thing you ever did. So I just want to put that out there, because I hear that a lot. I've been waiting to get fitter to join your club. I'm like, what are you talking about? You are good enough to join the club, So I just want to say that, I've been here for 14 years. I've heard lots of stories, and a lot of them are the same. And that's why we have this presentation, is to ensure that you are in a good, safe environment to grow as a female cyclist. as a mom on a bike, enjoying rides with other women, getting out of the house, you know, retired, finding other friends to cycle with, whatever it is that brings you out. So, now I got on a tangent, but, so, you know, like in the beginning, it's going to be a little messy, maybe, you know, and one of the things that if you join and you're new, one of the things I want you to not think about, because everybody has a bad ride, and I don't want you to ever leave because you think that you had held somebody up, because I hear that too. People disappear after rides because they felt that, you know, they were too slow or whatever. Please, never, ever, ever tell yourself that. Have a conversation with another member, because what I know is that, you know, you come back for a second ride and you're going to enjoy yourself even more. So, so with that, we're going to move on. And so I just want you to think about things like that. You know, if you're fearful, I'm here. Jean's here, Jen, Nicole, there's a lot of ladies who've been around to this club. Sandy, you're one reach out away of a positive conversation. All right. So let's talk about our sponsors. We have a couple, and I'm going to start at number 4. Joelle is not here. You might have met her already, Joelle Hall. She owns her own company, and she asked about sponsoring the club. So number 4 is Hall O'Brien Wealth Counsel and Richardson and Wealth. So you see, she's gone and she's gone over and above with the sponsorship. And so I just wanted to put her at the top. She's not here to introduce herself, and I'm going to make her do a formal introduction. She does have services to offer the members, and I'm going to have her showcase that for you guys. So we have Eurosports, who's always been a longtime supporter, and you see here the rebates and what they've given us. So when you get gift certificates, we got lots. We got 25, 50, 100. So we always have something to hand out to you ladies. Fresh Air Experience has been another great supporter. And I know Patrick is in here, or Cam's in here. So, and before we bring them out, then there's Isagenix, the sports nutrition and performance products. So that's where we talk about electrolytes. What do you put in your water? It's one of those conversations. I don't know. What are you putting in your water? Find something. We have a couple of these to give out as prizes. And there's just something that I've been using for 10 years in my water. Amazing product. So Patrick, where are you? Or Cam?
I'm here.
All right, Cam, come forward. And so this is Cam. She is new to the region. She's also works at Fresh Air. So ladies, here's our female representative. So if you go into Fresh Air Experience, you can search her out. She's also has joined the club as part of the membership, and she will be riding with us. So you'll be able to get to know her. And so Cam, tell us a little bit about Fresh Air and what's going on right now, or anything.
So we have a lot of bikes in the store right now. We have a lot of bikes in the warehouse, and we have a lot on back order. As Sylvie mentioned, we have a 10% discount for the club. So come on in. And Sylvie and I spoke briefly earlier today, and we were discussing the importance of having a safe helmet. The time frame to use a helmet is somewhere between 3 and 5 years. So if your helmet is older than that, you might want to consider getting a new one. Maybe I want to say that a little more strongly. Please get a new one because you're too cute to drool. So it's good to have a safe helmet. And that 10% discount will apply to your helmet or anything else that you'd like to talk about. And I think Patrick and I are both in the same boat. I love bicycling. I think bicycling is the most amazing sport. It's the closest thing you'll get to flying under your own speed. And I can talk about bikes 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. So feel free to drop by and just chat about anything related to bikes.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, Cam. And I think it's really great. Oh, is Patrick in there?
Yeah, I'll take 2 seconds to, as usual,
right,
Cam, do a better job talking over me than I would do talking for myself. Nice to see some friendly faces in the chat here today. I just wanted to point out that starting next Friday and running for about 10 days, 2 full weekends, we're doing in the fall. Some of you may know us from cross country skiing. I saw Jen Stelzer in here. She's one of our longtime ski customers. We have done a club week for our ski clubs in the fall. We're trying the same thing out this year for the first time for the bicycle clubs we support, and as well as some of our ski clubs. So you will save 20% off any bike accessories in the store starting a week from tomorrow and running for about 10 days. I made a cool poster. I'm going to put it on the Facebook group.
Okay.
Nice to see you all. Cam, thanks for introducing the store.
Patrick,
perfect.
I'm a member of this club too.
Yeah. So that's why I want Patrick in here, because I've encouraged them to please share, information and specials that are going on in the store so that we don't miss stuff, whether it's like Cam mentioned, helmets are so important. I have to upgrade mine this year, even though I love it. It is getting old. So like I said, that's one of the, important things for upgrading. If you have something that has been sitting in the garage for a very long time, it's not going to help your head. That's all I'm going to say. So take your 10% and go check out Fresh Air. They have lots of helmets to pick from. So, all right, I believe. I talked about our team. So here they are. And I brought them out before. And here's the lovely Jen. She's going to talk to you about Let's Bike Ottawa.
I love that you stole my picture. That's me spring training. So I don't do the whole virtual reality biking thing. I just ride my bike year round. And so that's what I do. So my back history is I run Let's Bike Month. I work at Enviro Center, which is an environmental nonprofit here in Ottawa. And I love riding my bike. And I have spent 40 years biking in dresses, city bikes, and, biked really, really far. Like I've biked from Vancouver to Mexico in a pair of cut-off track pants. So the whole spandex thing really intimidated me. And I've been coming to this club for several years talking about Let's Bike Month. And last year I was finally like, these ladies are actually really, really nice. And I should figure out this whole group riding situation, right? And so I joined, and I can say, so first I just have to say this part, because I joined and I sort of felt like I kind of knew everything about bikes because it's actually my job. And I learned so much last year. It was amazing. I learned how to ride in a group. I learned the etiquette of riding in a group. I learned how to bump into somebody and not die. And so it was really cool. So that's just my pitch for the new members is even when you think you know everything about biking and love biking, there's still so much to learn, and super amazing group of ladies. And here I am, and I've joined again. I drank the Kool-Aid. What can I say? So here I am. There you go. So my actual job is I run community sustainability programs, which are programs to help people live lightly. And one of the programs we run is called Let's Bike Month. And Let's Bike Month is an annual campaign that encourages people to bike for any reason and understand the difference they make by choosing to ride a bike. So whether you're biking for sport, whether you're biking to get to your friends, whether you're biking to pick up your groceries, what you do is you make it's very simple account, or you register in June on Let's Bike Month. And then throughout the month of June, you log your ride, and you can put whether it was transportation, like you actually had a destination, or leisure, like you were biking for fun or biking for sport. And then we show you how much GHG that is compared to driving, because we are, you know, an environmental organization. So the really fun thing is we give away a lot of prizes. So this is a very community-based campaign. So we have so many prizes this year already. So I feel like our sponsors have come out of hiding. Of course, Fresh Air is one of our prize sponsors, so that's fun. So you can win that. You can win things to restaurants like the Hindenburg Public House and Piazza Pizza. We have VeloFix. We have $100 gift cards for them to come to you to tune up your bike. We've got the Mary Dairy if you want to eat ice cream on the run. So you can go to letsbike.ca. You can go to the prizes. We're just starting to upload them there. Weirdly, we're going to have CAA membership. So I just want to put that out there because a lot of people don't know if you have a CAA membership, you get bike assist, which is nice for people like us that bike far away. It's the same, like if you got a mechanical that you didn't know how to fix, you call CAA and they bring you home or they bring you to your closest bike shop. So a lot of people don't know that that's just a thing that exists. So we're actually giving away some CAA memberships this year, which seems weird for a bike campaign, but they help bikes. So we also offer workshops. So we have 3 workshops. You'll be able to register for those. They're all free. We have one called Discover Your City by Bike, where we help people understand the route planning tools that are available in our city and how to use them in a real meaningful way. So not just looking at Google and pushing the cycle button and hoping for the best, but actually using other tools that can help you plan a route effectively. We have one called Urban Cycling, which is really good if you're not comfortable biking downtown or biking in an urban place. It helps you know the infrastructure. So if I say Sharrow or Bike Box or Twizy and you don't know what those things are, you should come to that one. And then we have a new one, which we just started because one of my employees is a new mom and she really wanted to do a workshop on family cycling. So how to bike with young people and also how to bike with older people or people that are less confident riding. So if you have a friend or a family member who's not as confident riding as you, we kind of help you, like, how do you ride with them and how does that work? So those are our workshops. We're also doing a public workshop with Retro Rides on Spark Street. That will be a bike mechanics workshop when we're using their mechanics and just setting up our bikes on Spark Street, kind of doing a takeover and teaching people how to do basic bike mechanics. And I guess the very last and totally wacky thing we're doing is we are having a bike and talent show. So we have decided that we all have these other skills and nobody has seen each other in ages and we wanted to get together. So on June 26th on ZB, on the ZB site, we'll be having a talent show with some pretty crazy spectacles to watch, I'd say. And everything we do is free. This is entirely a community event. So check out letsbike.ca. And I have to also say CycleFitCHICKS had the biggest team last year and biked the farthest of anyone. And we have like 350 teams at any one time. And we expect about 4,000 participants this year. So it's kind of a big deal and it's a lot of fun. And you might see us on the screen.
Sorry, Jen, I just wanted to say, I just put in the chat line that we rode 18,330 kilometers for Bike Ottawa, and that was done by 42 of our members.
Wow.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Just some little deets.
Yeah, I tried to find that number in my bazillion of emails and I couldn't find it. And I do want to shout out Pam if she's here. Are you here, Pam? Well, Pam, anyway, I guess.
Pam is here.
Pam,
I am here. Hello.
Pam, word on the street, and word travels fast around here, that you are going to be the team captain for the cycle. I can't be the team captain because then no one could win a prize, right? So you are going to be the team captain for the I believe, for the CycleFitCHICKS team. So that's exciting. So
I love it.
Any questions? There's no questions really. It's pretty simple. You ride
No,
your bike.
Jen,
I'm
wondering if you can put a link on the Facebook page for us on the CycleFitCHICKS Facebook page.
Yeah.
To the bike month, but also to your workshops.
Sure. Okay. So I'll just, I'll put in the main page, and then the workshops, we haven't finalized dates because they mostly happen at the end of May and June. And I'm going to convince Sylvie to have one anyways for CycleFitCHICKS in general.
Okay.
So I would say, which one do you want to do to Sylvie?
Oh, we'll have to determine that later.
Determine that.
We'll take that offline.
Yeah, take that offline. But when you do want to do one, you just go under events, and all our events will be listed soon. So we're just putting them in there. But you can check out the prizes. They're definitely up there, and the descriptions of the workshops are up there.
It's a super easy platform to work with. I was really surprised, but Jen will be letting us all know May.
Mid-May.
Yeah, to get registered, and everything starts in June. So that's awesome. That's another thing that we love to do. All right. Thanks a lot, Jen. Okay, so
thanks for the opportunity.
Oh my gosh. Well, you know what's the funny thing is we've had somebody from her organization for the last couple of years. I mean, many years actually, always talking at our socials. And now it's Jen.
And now, yeah.
All right. So just another reminder for
convenient because I get to charge my workplace like 20 minutes of my meeting with you guys. No, nice. I'm just kidding. I don't really. I'm just kidding.
All right. So just a reminder for those who have popped in before, after we got started, if you are not currently a member yet and you have attended, so if you're hearing that and you're here, you have till noon tomorrow to be in the pool of members who can win back their membership. So one lucky member will win back their membership. But if you are currently not a member, you have till noon tomorrow to register. We'll take those names and they will go into the pot. We'll cross-reference because that's what Maura does. Yeah, we got her. And we will be drawing it at 6 tomorrow night. So good luck to everybody. All right, so our first draw is a door prize. So you will get an option, whoever wins, of either the electrolyte sticks, which I love carrying with me on the bike. So these fit really well. And then you have one for at home. And let me tell you, if you are a Gatorade user, do the environment a favor and find something that you can put powder into your bottles. These, you can get literally 48 water bottles full, depending on how much you use. So just saying, it's very, and for the price. So, but anybody, a couple people are going to win a couple of these. So who's the first one, Moira? Pick.
I really wish we had a drum roll. That would be very effective.
Oh, here. Hold on.
Seems to be missing.
Okay. And the winner is?
And the winner is Kay Kens. Kay Kens.
I can't see it.
I don't know. Kay.
You wrote that though.
Me. It's somebody who is not a member, is just here for the social. Is she here? Kay Kens or Kennis?
Is she in the participants? Gotta find her in the participants list. So you have to be here to win. And
well, alphabetical, which is helpful.
Yeah, I think you could do that.
There's a K. K-A-Y. Can you unmute yourself? K? Maybe she doesn't want the prize.
That's okay. Is she? You
Oh,
can pick another one.
Hello? No? Okay.
All
right.
Participate.
Go
Hello?
for another one.
I keep hearing somebody. Yes?
Here, let me just unmute, unshare.
I thought it was, this is Tinika. I thought you were talking to me because my last name starts with K-U-Y, but I realized you are looking for a person with a first name, K-A-Y. So my apologies.
Hi there, this is Kay. I had to pull over. I was driving and
Oh my God.
All
right.
Yay!
All right, so we got a winner. Okay, so I will grab your information and reach out to you, and you can decide which one you want, powder, canister, or the sticks, and we'll get that to you. All right.
Thank you so much.
Well, you're welcome. All right, next up, Jean, did you want to talk about this? I can't remember who was talking about this, but
I think it's me.
All right, so Jean is going to take it. Tell us all about the benefits of joining the club.
Yeah, so we often get questions about, what the $225 is for. And so this is kind of a list of some of what happens in the club. This is the stuff that we plan, and sometimes we have great things that come up over the season or are unplanned. So everybody gets a jersey, and the jersey design, Sylvie's going to talk about it later, but essentially the jersey that I'm wearing, that Maura's wearing, that Sandy's wearing, it's essentially almost the same design, a slightly different material and cut, but Sylvie will talk about that later on. So you get a jersey. We run, and I'm going to talk more in detail about this. We run group rides on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All new members get a Learn to Ride clinic. There's Monday night skills training, which is 16 weeks. It goes from the first weekend in May. In fact, that's the first real organized activities that we have in the spring. And we're so fortunate this year, in spite of the sixth wave, because of vaccinations and so on, we're going to be able to start the season at least a month earlier than we've been able to the last 2 years. So that's really quite exciting. We have club insurance. So if you cycle with us, you're insured while you're on a club ride. We have club events, and again, some of them are planned ahead of time. We have a July social, we have a fall social, and some of them are things that come up as the season goes on, as opportunities arise. We have a July picnic. We have a Strava challenge related to that, which somebody's going to talk about later. Sylvie posts coaching tips on the CFC Facebook page quite frequently, hill climbing and other information. The past couple of years, we've gotten organized and put in an application to the NCC. Because we're a nonprofit, we get winter passes at a discount as a group, which is nice. And then it seems funny talking about this last one because we're just finishing up, but we have off-season Swift CFC meetups, and I'm going to mention that a little bit later. We've got some very, very dedicated Swift ladies who have been coordinating and organizing meetups all winter. So those are the benefits. And of course, the greatest benefit of all, if Sylvie wants to change the slide, if she's there. The greatest benefit of all, and I think anybody that's come back this year would agree, is that you have the company of an amazing community of cyclists. And here's some of our photos. We love to take photos. So here's some of our photos of, the riding, the coffee, and the achievements. So there you are. So I don't know whether Angie, do you want to talk about this or just quick?
Hi, yeah, sure.
Angie's treasurer.
Hi guys, I'm the treasurer for the club. So this year's draft budget is based on projected numbers. We don't have our finalized numbers, not until we start the season, and this is kind of based on, as it's going along in the January, February, March as to how many people are registering at the time. And it will be pretty much finalized come May 1st, May 2nd. Anyway, so I'm just going to go over it quickly. Memberships as of April 10th, revenue $24,050. I do know there are a couple of more new members that have joined up since then, but so this is just since the 10th. Part of our revenue for the season comes from membership, merchandise that we sell that we have on hand in CFC stores, also known as Jean's Basement.
Yeah, right.
And now the number that you see here is 1,250, and that was, believe last year, that was based on last year's numbers, right, Jean?
Yeah, those are just the sales of jerseys from previous years. Sometimes people like to buy them to have a few extra jerseys, and we do have a few. We'll talk about that.
Right. And the other one is the time trial that we have in July. And last year we brought in $2,741 with a total revenue of this year being around just roughly 28,000 at this moment. Next slide, Jean. For expenses, our total fixed expenses for this year, roughly just over $4,000, going from, as you can see down the list, coaching, insurance, admin, printing, FQSC fees, business services, bank fees, and the not-for-profit Quebec government fee. The coaching is, yep.
Yeah, sorry, Angie, I was just gonna jump in and say, this coaching amount is for the coaches that we have that come and help out with the Monday night skills.
Right, and that's what I was just gonna,
sorry, Angie.
I was just gonna say. That's okay, no worries. And then we have variable expenses, and we have the Dow training system, which we contract Sylvie, and this is for coaching and anything to do with coaching as far as all of the setups, the training, the administrative duties that happen within the season. And I mean, it's so important to have her, and it's just so valuable. We have the volunteer rebates. Now this number is based on, okay, so last year we had last year's numbers at 1,900, and that was based on 38 volunteers, and it's pretty much 30% of what our members usually are will volunteer. So 2,150 is what we're at. We're going to say that, we're hoping that that's what the number will be around this season. We have the group ride program, the membership prizes, two equaling 425. We have the expenses from the time trial from last year. So you can see what we made as a revenue and what we paid. We pretty much balanced out. We made a little bit of money, but it didn't cost us anything. Jerseys overall, for part of your registration, as Jean mentioned, you get a jersey. The expense is just over $8,000. That was last year's fee. And our socials, the spring social, the July social, and the fall social, we've put a number of $1,500. Now that's usually lower because lately, the last 2 years, it's been online, so it hasn't cost us anything. And a miscellaneous, just if anything small comes up that is kind of unexpected or whatnot. So our total variable expenses is just over 21,000. And for this year, with an estimated net of 2,742, with our revenues of 28,000 minus our expenses at 25,000. And so we should be somewhere around this number here of 2,700 to 3,000 for the end of the season.
Yeah, so I just want to say that CycleFitCHICKS is registered as a nonprofit organization in Quebec. And as a nonprofit organization in Quebec, all of the members of the board are volunteers, right? We don't get paid. We get the same membership rebate. In the interest of transparency, as the group ride coordinator, I get a free membership, okay? And we contract out, on paper, we have an actual formal contract with Dow Training Systems, which is Sylvie. And this year, she's going to take on more of a coordinating role. So Sylvie is coordinating and administering and hiring the coaches to do the Learn to Ride and to do the Monday night skills. And those will be Angela Beauchamp, who many of you know, and Michelle Gauthier are going to be working with us. And we're anticipating, we're hoping that we get a really good turnout for the Monday night skills. And what we'd like to do is encourage, and we'll talk about this when we talk about the Monday night skills, but we'd like to encourage some of our more experienced members to come out and coach at the Monday night skills. We don't expect you to do that as a volunteer. We would pay you. Obviously, it's a token amount, but there would be a schedule, right? So you would be able to say, these are the dates that I can come on Monday night, and I'm happy to help Angela or Michelle. And Sylvie is coordinating all of that and setting up the program and planning the sessions. So anyway, just for those of you that are looking for a place to volunteer, or well, not volunteer, to be paid if you want, or you can do it as a volunteer and use it as your hours. But we're trying to set up a kind of a fixed schedule for that. So we'll talk about that a little more when we get to that. So thanks, Angie. Here we are already, door prize number 2. Are you ready, Maura?
I am ready. What are we getting, Sylvie?
Eurosport.
All right, sorry, I muted myself.
I have it right here.
All right, so usually we do these, when we do them live, there's a whole game involved, so, but
No.
I was thinking maybe we could do it here. All right, who's
Okay,
a prize?
I have a winner, but I cannot pronounce the last name. So it's Joanne.
Oh, Joanne Lestraco. Is it Lestraco?
Yeah,
Joanne, remember last year.
Is she here?
Joanne Lestraco, are you here? Going once. Joanne, unmute yourself. Twice. Is she
No.
here? Is she here in the list?
She's not in the list, no.
All right, next.
So we'll put that in way. I love this participant list. It makes things so easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Cindy Tom said she was not coming, eh? She's not here.
Oh, Cindy.
I saw that email.
Yeah.
Alrighty. This is fun,
Next.
eh, guys? Lisa Beauchamp.
Oh,
Is she here?
is Lisa
Hi.
here?
Either.
She's my aunt.
Is she here?
No, she's on.
Oh,
She's
okay.
coming back.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, how about, since there's a representative, maybe we can make an exception. Okay, who is speaking?
Hannah.
Hannah?
Yeah.
Would you like to take the prize for your aunt?
Sure. Yes.
All right, so let's put Hannah's name beside that prize. She's a member.
Okay.
And we'll reach out to her. All right, next one. Okay, safety and COVID protocols.
Okay, I'll speak to that, Sylvie.
Yay.
Okay. So you saw the budget line for insurance. So all CFC members are covered by the club's insurance when you participate in club activities such as group rides and clinics. The great thing about CycleFitCHICKS is that once people get to know each other, they start meeting up informally, right? During the week or in evenings or whatever, with 1 or 2 or 4 or 6 riders. But our insurance covers anything that's an organized club activity. To be an organized club activity, it needs to be posted in our events page, right? So often, you know, a member will, I'm the group ride coordinator, so a member will email me or text me and say, you know, I'd like to do a gravel ride on Sunday afternoon for anybody in the club that's interested. And what I always respond to them is, no problem, like we're good with that. Make it an event, because in the case of anything happens, as long as it's on our calendar in our events, then you're covered by our insurance. And of course, it has to be for CycleFitCHICKS members only, right? Like it can't be an event where it's family and friends of CycleFitCHICKS. It has to be CycleFitCHICKS only. So we are covered. We follow all the rules that are outlined. We belong to FQSC, which is the Quebec Cycling Federation. But we also, because we recognize that many of our members live in Ontario, we are not members of the OCA because we're members of FQSC, but we often consult their guidelines because we ride in Ontario a lot. So this is particularly related to COVID. You know, I was hoping to be able to remove this part, this paragraph in this slide, but obviously we can't. So, you know, we're putting it in just in case, because we don't know what's going to happen with, we're hoping that there'll be no more government restrictions, but we also do know that the both the Quebec, well, in Quebec, you still have to wear a mask when you're going indoors, right? So when we stop for coffee or whatever, we're always going to have a mask. And, you know, in Ontario, it might come back, we don't know. But certainly we are going on the recommendations of public health too, and we're still going to maintain some social distance, and everybody should bring a mask with them on a ride, and so on. We, you know, we post regularly on the Facebook page about, you know, things that are related to anything that comes up. You know, for example, if Ontario decides they're going to have a mask mandate, we'll make sure that we remind you of that on the Facebook page. We took a survey over the winter. And it was overwhelmingly in favor that members should be vaccinated. So we have gone with that. So this season, all members must provide proof of vaccination. I've gotten them from a lot of you, but before you can ride, okay, before you can ride or join any activity, you need to send it to me. So I was going to speak to this in privacy, but in the privacy policy, but I'll speak to it now. I take your vaccine certificate. It's stored on a non-networked laptop until registration closes and the season starts. And then all I will have is a checklist with a check mark beside your name, and I'm deleting them all. Okay, so it's not going anywhere. No one else is opening it. And we will just have a list that shows everybody that's vaccinated. And until we have your proof of vaccination, you can't join a ride. So this is the overwhelming wish of the members of our club. So those are our safety protocols. You can also look when our membership closes, in the files section on the Facebook page. There are documents there. There's one about our safety protocols and reporting accidents and so on that you can take a look at. I'm not going to go through them all. They're pretty standard for a club like this. So, okay.
Thanks a lot, Jean. All right. So, and you should have received lots of email reminders to get them to her. And just so you know, you will be getting more emails in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, as we start getting into the season, reminders for all different things. All right, that being said, we're going to talk about Monday nights. So this is, like Jean was saying, we have two, I'll be coordinating the different skills. We're going to actually be posting them so you know exactly what's going on, and who the coach is. We are asking that more of our advanced ladies come and help out just with facilitating of some of the events. So what happened last year is we instead of doing a full 90 minutes of skills, what we did was 60 minutes, and then we went for a group ride. Basically majority of the time we were at Tunney's pasture. So there we went for a group ride around the War Museum, and then we stopped for drinks. So I don't know if you've ever been to that little cafe that is right along the water that's near all the rock formations. Anyways, we ended up doing that quite a few times, and it was quite lovely. So that might be a staple thing this summer for our Mondays, making it a little bit more social with the skills. Now, we also will be at Astiku because that is where the hills are, unfortunately. And some ladies have organized group rides. So a ride from Tunney's up to Astiku, which has been a lot of women like that. So the more advanced might start there and do an extra ride up. But honestly, that is the location where there are small rollers and moving up to pink. So you will see at least probably 3 of those in the season, because hill climbing skills are really important to learn. So as you see, so let's keep all the questions to the end. I saw a hand, and also you can put it in the chat so we won't forget it. So as mentioned, we have bike handling skills, cornering, accelerating, gear changing. In May when we start, because some of our Learn to Ride clinics are later in the month, we do always start with group riding for a couple weeks until the May long weekend. And then that's basically when the clinics are that weekend, the following weekend. So you'll get lots of practice group riding, and then it's just putting all those skills to work on your group rides. So it's to, eliminate the fear, give you the skills, the terminology, the etiquette. And so I know that a couple people, there's always a couple people who can't make those Learn to Ride clinics. So this is another way to get that in. So making Monday night if you make Monday night one of those staple nights, like you book it off with the family, book it into your schedule, and you make it, that you are going to get so much out of those skills, like learning those skills and practicing them and applying them with your group ride. So like I said, everything is, once we get started on the Facebook page, that is your main area of communication for everything. We will not be sending emails, only for specific reminders once the season gets really rolling. All right.
Okay, this is me again.
Jean, this is back to Jean.
Yeah. So this year we're going to run the group ride program from May 13th to September 24th. There's a kind of a little star there, just because we've learned the last 2 years that, with the pandemic, nothing is ever certain, but it looks like that's going to happen. So the first official group ride of the year will be Friday, May 13th. So we offer the following group rides, and they're led by an experienced CFC member volunteer. We have a Friday open ride. We have Saturday leveled rides. We have 5 different levels of rides leaving on Saturdays from different locations in the city. And we have Sunday open rides. We also, as the season progresses, if it looks like there's demand and we can get a group ride leader, we do offer evening weeknight rides based on what members want, okay? The really important point about our group rides is that they are no drop. That is, we start and we finish together, okay? And we have a very, very supportive group of riders at all levels, okay, who are really willing to encourage other members to start out. We'll talk about this a little more as time goes on, but I think, Sylvie, do you want to go to the next slide?
Yeah.
Just, okay. So just a difference between the Friday and the Friday and Sunday rides and the Saturday rides. So the Friday and Sunday rides are open rides. That is, they're open to everybody. All rides are open to everybody, but these particular ones are open to everybody at any level. They're usually shorter than the Saturday rides because sometimes we actually have people who, sneak off from work or go in at noon or something like that. We have members who, deliberately take every Friday off just to ride as a vacation. They're usually shorter than the Saturday rides, and they really do accommodate to the pace of the participants. The Friday ride tends to be a little bit more chill than a lot of the other rides. It's really quite a social ride. And we've had some really interesting Friday rides. The Saturday ride, and sorry, I want to say about the Sunday rides. The Sunday rides are similar, but some of our Sunday ride leaders have, especially last year, you know, they've done something a little more adventurous. Like we've had a farther remote start, like in Almont, or, you know, we've had a gravel ride, or we've done a ride to Cornwall. We've done the Cornwall along the Long Sault. So sometimes with a bit of notice, the Sunday rides becomes a bit of a special ride.
Mm-hmm.
So the Saturday rides are the leveled rides, and that is, they're based on distance, average speed, and quite often on group ride experience. And so again, this season, we're offering 5 different ride levels on Saturdays. So Sylvie, do you want to go ahead there? We'll just talk about our 5 levels. This is just a really rough guide. So I uploaded last night a document for those of you that are new or who are still trying to decide whether you'll join or not. Under files on our Facebook page, there's a bunch of documents, and I uploaded an updated version. You can see it says group ride levels 2021. That's my mistake. It's 2022. But I uploaded a document called How Do I Know Which Group to Ride With? And it's a more comprehensive explanation of each of the levels. So that if you're wondering, well, where do I actually fit in? You know, you can take a look at that. So on Saturdays, these are the 5 rides that we offer. Okay, so we have a Touring 1 ride, a Touring 2, Sportive 3, 4, and 5. And I would say generally, this is very generally, Sportive 3, 4, and 5 tend to be more experienced riders, but that's not always the case. You can go in and look more closely at the descriptions. Those distances are early season distances. Okay. And we, you know, again, we tend to develop little kind of cohesive groups, you know, like the Touring 1 group becomes a little bit of a cohesive group. And then as the summer goes along, they want to take on greater distances or more challenges, you know, some hillier route or something like that. So, but you are free to choose whatever level ride you want. Okay, so someone who might be a Sportive 3 rider but wants to do a recovery ride might come out with the Touring 2 riders. Or someone who is a Sportive 4 but really likes the route that the Sportive 3 riders are doing. You know, you can ride with whoever you want, but those are the speeds that the group ride leader is pretty much going to stick to. Okay.
And Jean,
yeah.
Sorry, can I just interrupt? So
yeah.
I was going to say as well, we had fabulous weather last year. So a lot of the end of the season was at least probably 20 kilometers more than what you've written here, or what is normal.
Absolutely.
So I can speak for the Sportive 4 anyway, we were up to about 83 or something like that. So just to get people to understand that, again, these numbers are not, you know, engraved in stone at all.
Yeah. Yeah. So, you know, I also want to sort of reiterate what Sylvie was saying at the beginning. You know, if you're a brand new member and you're just really getting into group riding, or you've just got a new bike and you haven't done a ton of riding, the thought of riding 25 to 30 kilometers might seem very daunting. But, you know, I think some of our previous years touring run riders would tell you is that it goes by, you know, you can do it because you're in a group and people are encouraging you, and we always stop for coffee. we plan the route so we can stop for coffee. So there's always a stop. There's always a stop in between. So I would suggest that if you're new to group riding, or you're just getting into riding, one of the things you might want to do leading up to the start of the season, so the season starts about mid-May, if the weather gets nice, is that you just go out on your bike. You know, good idea to have a cycle computer. Just go out on your bike and, you know, first of all, ride along at a comfortable pace and, you know, get a feel for what it feels like. What's the speed that I really feel comfortable at? Okay. And then just, you know, do a little bit of riding. It's really, you know, we will encourage you, and we will support you when you come out in the touring 1 and our touring 2. So, we suggest too that if you're uncertain, okay, if you're just not sure, if you're looking at some of those speeds and you're thinking, yeah, I don't know whether I can do 22 to 24 kilometers an hour, that for the first couple of rides in the season, early in the season, it doesn't hurt to be conservative and go to a group that's one slightly lower. We've had quite a few of that over the last couple of years. People might come out, 2 or 3 times for the touring 2. They feel very comfortable. And then suddenly they like the route that the Sportive 3 is doing, and away they go. So, you're welcome to ride at any level, or you have a friend, that you want to support. Maybe you're a Sportive 3 rider, but your friend is a touring 2 rider and you want to join them on a ride, no problem. As long as you understand that we're respecting that ride speed and the distance. Okay. So you want to go ahead, Sylvie? I think there still might be one more. Yeah. So everything happens on Facebook, and all our group rides are posted in events on our club Facebook page. I mean, you can go and look at those now. You can go and look at events now on our Facebook page, and that's all our Swift meetup rides that are up there. But there'll be a few days before a scheduled ride, and that's what it looks like. I've circled events for you. And then I just took an example created by the lovely Anne McDonald last September 24th, a Friday ride. And she, had an event. We usually have a little picture, and then we have the title, and then there's a whole description, and it tells you exactly where it starts, when the ride starts, where it starts, and often a description of the route. And especially earlier in the season, it's a reminder of, how fast generally the ride might be and how far it is, okay, generally, so that you kind of know. Okay, so there's that, right? Do you want to go to the next one? Right. And there's a sample posting, and it'll tell you how to register for the ride. Okay, and there's an example on the right of the posting. Okay, there's a route description. It tells you where we're going to stop for coffee, and it tells you what kind of roads we'll be riding on. Before we go to the next slide, I do want to say something about our group ride leaders, because all our group ride leaders are volunteers, and they are pretty amazing people. To run a club of our size, to run 7 rides a week, and we have really good turnout for our rides. And we have such dedicated group ride leaders. And I, as a group ride coordinator, feel so grateful, because every Sunday night, if I'm looking for a group ride leader to fill in gaps, our group leaders respond very, very well. On that note, those of you that are group ride leaders or have volunteered as group ride leaders, and I'm hoping that some of our ladies that have been in the club for a couple of years but haven't been a group ride leader, we do offer, I'll be offering for the group ride leaders, and I'll post it on the Facebook. I'll probably email you directly, actually. I think what we're going to do this year is we'll have a group ride leader meeting on Zoom, and it'll be Thursday, April, I think it's the 28th. It's the Thursday night before the, Thursday, April 28th. We'll have a Zoom, and I'll send it all out to you. And we're going to talk about the group ride program. And we have a whole set of documents for our group ride leaders for guidance with ideas for start times and all of that. And so we're going to meet on the 28th, sorry, on Zoom at 7 o'clock. And then weather permitting, this is for the group ride leaders, weather permitting, and this is totally optional, we're going to have a group ride leader ride on April 30th, which is a Saturday. And we'll just meet up as group ride leaders, go for a ride, have a coffee, have a chat, start talking about this season and so on. If you were a member last year or the year before and haven't been a group ride leader, but are thinking about that you might want to be, a great place to start is to be a co-leader, okay? So the group ride leader sets up the route, puts up the posting and all of that, and is ultimately responsible for the ride. But we have always had co-leaders because, you know, we often get rides that have 15, 16, sometimes 20 people. And that's a lot for one group ride leader to manage. And so we're always looking for co-leaders, and the co-leader is just there to assist the group ride leader. You know, if the group ride leader says, okay, I would like you to ride at the back, okay, that's fine. If the group ride leader says, I want you to ride in the middle, you know, and so on. And so if you want to start out and think about offering to be a co-leader, then please join us for the group ride leader meeting, because it's also for group ride co-leaders. We cannot run all these rides without volunteers. And I think maybe last year in the whole summer, we had to cancel maybe 3 rides because we couldn't find a group ride leader. And I'm always disappointed when we have to cancel a ride, because that means that a group of people that might have wanted to sign up for that ride don't get to ride. So, you know, if you want to give it a shot, we can certainly start in May and June, matching experienced group ride leaders with someone who thinks that later in the summer they might like to lead a ride, but is just interested in being a co-leader. Happy to do that. So I'll put it on Facebook, and I'll send out a message personally to everybody that indicated on their registration form that they'd be willing to be a group ride leader. And we'll go from there. So starting in April. Okay. I think, Sylvie, that's, oh, okay. No, go ahead. I thought that was the end, but there's one more slide, I think.
Things you need on your group ride.
Yeah, so this is something for you to think about just as you're kind of planning for the season, right? So obviously water and snacks. In the time of COVID, I don't think anybody goes anywhere without a mask and hand sanitizer. Your emergency contact information so that we know who to call if something happens. A bicycle repair kit. And if you take the bike maintenance clinic, you'll know what to take. If you go and see Patrick at Fresh Air, you'll know what to take. So a spare tube, a bicycle pump or CO2 canisters, tire levers, a multi-tool. And you know, you can get a reasonably priced cycle computer. And I think it's very useful to have it, you know, to keep the distance and to know what your speed is. Okay. And we started this since COVID, is that all participants on a group ride should be self-sufficient. Okay. In other words, you know, you should have everything that you need to repair a flat and so on. There will be people on your ride who have perhaps more experience changing a tire and doing all that, and who will be very willing to help. But you should have those things with you so that you don't have to rely on someone else. Okay. And especially early in the spring, it seems to me that, you know, people get flats because the sidewalks haven't been swept, and sometimes the roads haven't been swept either. So there's no calling your partner to come and pick you up. We fix them by the side of the road, right, Barb Shaw? I think we fixed Barb's and many others. We do it by the side of the road. Okay, next one. Sylvia, I think that's the end. Oh no, still more. Oh my God. Okay.
Well, you talked about the files.
Yeah,
that's where you find everything.
Yeah. So the only other thing I would say is if you're already a member, you may want to join on Strava. You may want to join Strava, which is free. Okay. And then once you get into Strava, you go to Explore. And once you're there, it'll say clubs, and you can just type in CycleFitCHICKS, chicks in capital letters, and then ask to join. And that way you'll be part of the CycleFitCHICKS Strava, and you'll be able to follow us and look at our routes that we ride and so on. So it's handy to have. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Door prize. So as Moira is picking for another one, so the Strava and what we've done previous, and once we get started into the season, as mentioned, the Facebook group will be only for members. So the unfortunate thing that we will have to start removing people. So not to be, but but it is a main location for all of our club. And what we'll start doing is asking people if they need help to understand how to do certain things like navigate social media, because we know not everybody is, well, maybe now that, you know, we've been all on social media for 2 years, it might not be a problem, but some people about, you know, how to use Strava. So we've done like a little segment like this on Zoom where a couple of us have helped those who have just walk through the process of, you know, using it on your phone, to what it's like on your phone, to what it's like on the desktop, and to getting you involved, because it truly is a super fun tool to have in the summer to track your routes, see how fast you went, you know, and also for us to collect data, which is kind of cool, because seeing everybody and collecting like how many kilometers the club went. And we'll talk about that in a couple more minutes. But all right, Moira, who won?
Allison Summers.
Allison, are you in here?
She is.
I'm here.
Yay, Allison!
Yay.
So you will see Allison out there. She is one of those ladies who always has a good event to promote. And we are all going to Halliburton in September, aren't we? We'll talk about that. So when the club officially closes, a lot of stuff starts happening that we can't mention, you know, when now that, you know, it's all social, but yeah, a lot of things happen inside the club. So you want to be part of it. So congratulations, Allison. Whoop, whoop. All right, volunteer. All right, Sandy, she is going to come out and talk about how important volunteering is.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for coming out. My name is Sandy, and I'm the volunteer coordinator on the executive. I've been doing this job, I actually can't remember. I think it's 4 years. So that's a very bad thing that I can't remember. But as you can tell from everything you've heard so far, none of these events in our club could happen without the work of volunteers. So you've got an executive that meets 12 months of the year to plan for a season for the club. You've got group ride leaders that step up and take everybody on fantastic rides. And we've got other events that happen as well. And they all depend upon us giving our time to make sure that this club is as rich and creative as possible. And we give you a bit of an incentive to do that. We encourage your volunteerism in our fee structure by offering a $50 rebate at the end of the season to anyone who has completed a minimum of 10 hours of volunteering. And that's a pretty easy thing to do when you think about how many hours you might lead a group ride, or if you go and volunteer at the time trial in Chelsea, you can pretty much get those 10 hours under your belt pretty fast. A normal season for our club usually runs from the beginning of May to the end of September. However, the last 2 years, we had some big challenges that we had to deal with because of COVID. It really changed our operation habit. Hence, we're doing this Zoom meeting. Usually we've met in, you know, face-to-face, and we've had volunteers in the room to answer people's questions. However, we still need volunteers. We worked out ways in the past 2 years to make our club work, and we were successful. We kept everybody as safe as we could keep them, and we had a lot of fun. I think anybody who's been in the club for a while will tell you they keep coming back because of the relationships they have with other people, the fun they have, how they learn new routes. It's just a wonderful feeling. That whole notion of you feel like you're flying. Yeah, that's how you feel on your bike. And then you're flying in a group. So some of the jobs that you could do as a volunteer, you could be on the executive. Hint, hint. You could lead group rides. You could help us with social media posts. We've already got Moira and we've got Pam who've agreed to do some work on social media, but we always welcome more people to help us with social media. So getting our club information out, posting information about cycling for people in our community, tips, promotions, events, all of that. We like to get that out so that people have as much timely information as possible. We have the club time trial in July. This year it'll be Saturday, July the 16th, and we usually need about 20 volunteers for that event. We have the July challenge. This year it's our 14th anniversary, and details will be coming about that. The challenge always finishes with a picnic in the park, and we will need volunteers to organize and manage that picnic, make sure that the coffee's ready and the treats are ready for people when they get back from their rides. Typically, we've had a fall AGM and social. We'll have to see whether that's face-to-face. We need people who will monitor our Strava data so that we know how many kilometers that we've ridden. We'll know who the best climber is. We'll know who the person is with the most kilometers under their belt and so forth. All of those bits of information really help us, really motivate us to improve our own stats. So that's a really fun job. And Sylvie's been talking about, could we put another event into our schedule, because more and more of our members are getting gravel bikes. And so the whole question about, should we have a gravel event? Well, if we have a gravel event, we'll need some gravel event volunteers. Sylvie mentioned that, you know, the emails will reduce. Well, they won't reduce from me because I'll be looking for helpers. So when you see an email from me, read it, please, and see whether there's an opportunity in it that you could sign up for. I've already had several women sign up for jobs, and I would just like to mention them right now and thank them. So Blaze and Nancy and Lorna and Julie and Donna and Susan and Pam and Christiana have all signed up to do jobs already, and I'm very appreciative of that. And I would just like to note that I'm going to be away August, September, October, and I'm looking for somebody who could take on my role for that time so that nothing slips under the radar while I'm away. So if that's something that might interest you, let me know. And I'm going to make a plug for helmets. I know it's not part of the volunteer thing, but I was in a bad accident a couple years ago, and the first thing they checked me for when I got into the hospital was concussion. I didn't have one, and it was thanks to my helmet. So make sure your helmet is in good condition and current. So that's me. Thanks.
Thank you, Sandy. And yes, she is amazing, and she's been doing an amazing job. Same with Jean, both of these ladies. You know, the whole board. Really, as you see, there's a lot that goes on here, and our board always needs to grow with more members to do that. But so let's talk about the July Strava Challenge quickly. I know it's almost 8 o'clock. Boy, time has been flying. All right, so Strava is, and we made it a big part of the club. I don't know how many years ago. It seems like forever, but ever since everybody started, like, you might be asking, what is Strava? Just go to your app store on your phone right now and check it out. So what it does is it tracks your mileage and your route. So then you can actually see where you went and how far you went. But the July, oh, Moira?
Yeah.
Okay. So were you talking on this?
Well, I was wondering. I thought I was
sorry.
supposed to. That's okay.
So here's Moira. She's going to talk about the July stuff. I was like talking about it.
Hi there, everybody. So yeah, so as Sylvie was saying, because she would know, we're in our 15th year. It's the 15th anniversary July
14.
challenge. I thought it was 15. The
No, it's
15th year.
14.
No, 14. Okay, well, there you go. So the dates are June 25th to July 22nd. So as I was saying on the chat line, if you, I mean, I can't imagine actually being a member of the club and not being on Strava. There's so much that we do, and Strava is so easy to use. All you do is you basically finish your ride, sync up your computer, and it's up there. And the reason why it's very helpful in this particular reason or way is because with the challenge this year, we're doing two, I think we've decided pretty much this is what we're going to do. There are two categories that we're putting forth this year. The first one is the kilometer challenge, and the second one is the elevation challenge. So that's a new one for us. And basically what it is, it's 14, the multiples of 14. So I guess these numbers are wrong too then, because we had 300K, 600K, and 900K.
Yeah, my numbers are wrong, Moira. I'll redo them.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so anyway, multiples of 14. So I don't know. There are three categories, 3 kilometers, or sorry, 3 numbers. Like yeah. So if let's just say, let's go with the numbers that are wrong. The 15th anniversary would be multiples of 15. So the first one would be 300K. Second one would be 600K. Third one would be 900K. So what you would do is you would choose which one you think you would be able to accomplish by the end of that time. And so you would sign up and you would commit yourself to that time or that those kilometers. And as I was saying, the elevation one we said was 3,000 meters or 6,000 meters of climbing. So these are obviously details that can and probably will change because these numbers are probably not right. But just to give you an idea of what we're looking at for the July challenge. Let's see, what else do we have here? Yeah, so I was just saying you ride and you log on Strava. Every member who reaches or surpasses their goal will go into a draw for prizes. The prize draw will be on the 24th of July, which is at the CFC picnic. And we also, as for the last couple of years, we have accepted kilometers ridden on indoor trainers because of COVID, and we want to make sure that everybody is able to participate, and we're all about being inclusive. So if there's an issue and you can't be outside, we will accept Strava kilometers on indoor trainers. And that's pretty much it. Good luck and let's ride.
Yeah, so everything will be solidified once the season starts. So this is for July. For certain, by June, you'll know what's going on. Thanks a lot, Moira. All right, next. So this is something that we kind of just happenstance started last year, were the Milestone Achievement Awards, because what happens in the summer is that like everybody has a goal, well, usually to eventually make it up to Champlain Lookout. Everybody wants to bike up there and get the picture and see what it looks like. And so, and there's also other kilometer challenges. Like a lot of people like to ride, 50K, 100K. And so last year it just happened where we did a couple rides that we organized for members who were looking to hit certain distances. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we should just put it like achievement awards on these, because over the summer, people are putting in more miles. Like the 50K can be, for the beginners. Cause like if you do 25, 35, 40, like Jean said, like a ride can go really fast when you're socializing and you're talking, you're going for coffee and, 25 out, 25 back, boom, you got 50. And so we're going to set this up, and you're going to hear more about it in once the season starts. So I don't want to spend too much time, but it was really rewarding seeing a lot of people hit their achievement awards or their milestones that they set for themselves. So Pink Lake is one, like just that hill getting up towards Champlain, and then Champlain's the next one. And we're here to help club members achieve those things. So we're going to be setting that up this year. So that was pretty cool as it happened last year. All right, next one. More. Everybody needs a good electrolytes. I just want to mention that these are great. You can make popsicles for the kids with these, and they mix really well with vodka. Just saying, because I love multi-purpose products myself. And you know, might as well hydrate while you're enjoying yourself. All right, Moira.
Yep, got it. Clara Freer. Clara Freer.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay,
Yay!
excellent. Congratulations.
Excellent. All right,
Thank
well, I'll be
you.
in touch with you and getting yourself some electrolytes. sent your
Wonderful. Thanks
way.
so
You'll
much.
be set up for the summer. All right, what's next? Okay, so we talked about the Strava challenge, and we will talk more about that, but I think you got the point. Being on Strava is a big part. You don't have to. Nobody has to do anything. It's not mandatory, but it is certainly a whole lot of fun. You actually do not have to be on Wi-Fi for your phone for this to work. So if you think you have to have connection 100%, all you have to do is start it, turn your Wi-Fi off, turn it on to, you can actually turn it off and it'll still track your route. So for the Strava challenge at the end of the year, so it's the Eurosport mileage challenge, basically. For every 50K you bike, it's accumulated over the year, it's got to be on Strava, you get one ticket to win prizes, and that happens at the AGM. So again, volunteer to track that kind of stuff regularly over the summer. It's super handy, and then prizes are handed out, and you know, recognitions are given, so it's super fun. All right, bike maintenance clinic, I'm going to just go over this quickly. You've seen a lot of stuff from me in the bike and the club. So like Jean was saying, it's really good that you are self-sufficient. I mean, of course, your group ride leaders know how to change tires, and you know, we will always jump on your bike and help you. But we really encourage you to be independent and not dependent, for your own safety, really, like whether you're riding with us or riding by yourself or with other people. So that's why there's still a couple spots in tomorrow's clinic. I will be opening up more because they're almost sold out. But you can still go to bmcclinic.ca and register for tomorrow. And I will be posting more, but yeah, just really, it's really good knowledge to have, because knowledge is power, and you never know what, like, you just never know what can happen to your bike. I've seen all sorts of things, and it's always good to know how to deal with them. All right.
So Sylvie, can I just say something about that?
Yeah.
So anybody that has indicated on their registration form that they are willing to be a group ride leader, we are organizing and coordinating with Sylvie to offer a free bike maintenance clinic to the group ride leaders, and it'll be specific. We may offer more than one if there's a lot of demand. It'll be specifically for the group ride leaders. Okay, so we're hoping that we can offer that early in the season. So just stay tuned. Okay, there might be a couple of dates. Hey, Sylvie, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so group ride leaders get this as part of that program. But so this, for all the members, you will be getting more emails about your jerseys. So this is the new jersey. You obviously can't see the material, because it is different. It's higher quality, it's breathable, it's more stretchy, but tight fitting. And the thing is that we are offering two different variations. One is the technical, like I mentioned, and then one is the relaxed. So I understand a lot of our people don't want to be in a super tight jersey, but more technical jerseys, more higher quality jerseys, that's how they come. And that's just the reality of higher quality cycling clothing. So what you will get is an email about which variation do you want and confirming your size. If you want, on Wednesday, we are setting up, we will have samples, not our jerseys, but sample sizes of the two different variations plus shorts for you to come and try on for yourself, feel the clothing, try the shorts on. We will be at Decathlon on St. Laurent from 3 to 7. We've done it. I think we did it February before the world shut down, and that it worked out really well. People came in. We actually will be selling extra jerseys there that I have in my garage now that Jean handed to me. We do have some to sell, and that's what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned for those email reminders. And we have a store. So this extra money from sales here, you can, we get like a little bit of cutback from this, but with BME that makes, or Logica that does the jerseys, we asked to put together a store so that we can have a full kit of bib shorts, arm warmers, vests, short sleeve or sleeveless. If you don't want the sleeves, you can get sleeveless. You can get the jackets. You can kit yourself up completely with CycleFit, and it looks pretty sharp when you're all kitted up, and it's going to be better quality than last year. If you know, for those who are returned, trust me, the chamois is going to be better.
Yeah. Can I just say something about that? I want to say something about customer service.
Oh, so, yes, don't worry. We're going to be taking care of that.
Yeah. So Sylvie's had a hard conversation with Leo about customer service. And you know, if you order something from the store and you're really unhappy with the customer service and you deal with him or with the company, because it's totally separate from, you know, we don't do the ordering, but you're not happy with the way you're treated, please let someone on the board know, because, you know, as I say, we've had a promise from them that the customer service is going to improve.
Yeah. And yeah, so the thing is about the store and about the trying on is that we are submitting our numbers for our orders all together, because usually we used to do it in two times, where everybody would be, you know, getting their jerseys now. But so the jersey order, the confirmation of the number, the confirmation of your sizing, and your orders from the store, everything is submitted May 1st. And then we will be getting all the orders together so that when they all come in, then we'll have one pickup day of the clothing and of the jerseys. So we've done that again. You know, we'll set something up, and you guys will come and pick up your stuff. So you know, so take advantage of getting some like kitting yourself up. Like the bibs are amazing and the jackets are phenomenal. They're fleece lined. They are, you can wear them spring, summer, fall, winter. I usually hang out in it all winter long. So all right, next, Fresh Air Experience, $50 gift certificate for someone who needs a new helmet, or cycling gear. Moira, you're up. Hello. Get all your tires, your tubes.
Sorry, I was mesmerized. I was staring at you.
Oh.
And I changed my screen and I turned myself off, and I had to go back. Okay.
We're
I love the
almost
clothing
done,
stuff.
everybody. We're almost done. I know this is a long
Okay,
one.
okay. Okay, who's going to be the winner here? Oh my goodness. Jennifer Stelzer. She's still here.
Whoa! Jen, are you still here?
Because I didn't get to win anything ever. And I
I don't believe that for a second.
Anyway.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. Yay.
All right.
I can think of about 400 things to buy at Fresh Air Experience.
I know.
Yay. Thank you.
Okay, we're almost done here. Okay, so as we mentioned, the Facebook page is our private club page, and we opened it up for others to come in and check us out and see what was going on. And I hope we inspired you to join the club. However, it does close. Like we mentioned, as soon as the season starts, the unfortunate thing is it is only for club members. We do have a business page, which is CycleFitCHICKS. You can join that and watch all the pictures come out from the summer. They will be posted there for everybody to see. Strava. We'll do a social media one-on-one, 101, how to navigate for those who would like that. Same with Strava. We'll set that up. We're on Twitter. We're on Instagram. And what is this? Oh, yeah. So we're just mentioned big thanks to Bev, Anne, Lorraine, Nadia, Marcia, and Valerie for leading up. Like, I think there was like 3 group rides every week to keep everybody motivated during the winter. So you can expect that next year. All right. Next door prize.
Again.
Again. I know we got lots, and we got 64 people left in here, and one person's going to win $100, which is going to come up. So make sure nobody leaves.
Is Lorraine here? Moto.
Lorraine, Moto 4 Cats. Is she in here?
Yay! I'm here. Yay! Excellent. Thank you.
What did Lorraine win?
She
Eurosport.
won $25 from Eurosports.
Okay. Yay.
Perfect.
All right. Oh, geez, look at us. We're already here. We're only 12 minutes over. Okay, so this is a huge thank you from us. I didn't check the numbers we started with, but I think we are close to 100. We got 63 people left. Whoever's left, somebody's going to go away with $100. Who is it? Moira.
Baby, $100.
$100. Who's it going to be?
$100 or $100 gift certificate?
$100 gift certificate. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry, it's not $100.
Okay, this is a new member. Anne Marie Sikerka. Is it Sikerka?
Anne Marie, are you still here? Is she in the participants?
No, I don't think she's here. Oh my God.
Oh.
Okay, gone. Maybe she's in there with an alias. Nope.
No.
Nobody there. No. Okay. Oh boy.
Right, keep going.
Is everybody's heart pumping?
Mine
I know
is.
mine is. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Who is it? Who is it?
Pam.
Pam.
You are such a lucky duck.
Yeah, Pam.
I never win
Second, is she
anything.
still
That's so
here?
great. I am still here.
Listen,
Pam, where are
you have a choice, actually, Pam. We can give you $100 for Eurosport or $100 for Fresh Air. Which would you prefer? Or do you care?
I think you muted yourself.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
She's so excited. Pammy.
Hold on.
I'll
maybe
take
I
Fresh
can...
Air, and I've got no park in the background.
Okay.
That's nice. Oh, love it.
Okay, so Fresh
Thank
Air.
you.
Well done. All right. Oh, all right. Is there anybody left who has questions? We'll just stop sharing. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around. Woo! Okay, does anybody have any burning questions? Were there any questions in the chat?
I answered a few questions in the chat, and some of the members answered for people too about Strava.
Okay.
So thank you for doing that.
Perfect. Oh, we got Kim.
Sorry, just trying to unmute myself in the midst of my cat trying to interfere with me. So just a question. So the membership amount, so Maura confirmed it's $225 for the season. Do we have to, I read somewhere that we had to belong to the Ottawa bicycle club, or is it just this fee and that's it?
For us. If you want to join that club, you have to pay their fee.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Yeah.
This is all I'm interested in. And sorry to ask another question, if that's okay. So I understood that we can sort of pick which groups we want to bike with. Obviously, as a new member joining, you know, being conservative in terms of speed and distance, we can switch around if we are getting more and more comfortable.
Absolutely,
with,
your choice.
Yeah. And then the group ride etiquette, so there's sessions where we will learn how to do that.
Yeah, that's part of the learn to group ride. So that whole 4 hours, you will learn a plethora of different skills, single line, double line, how to eat, how to drink, bumping, gear changing, stopping. So you'll learn all that.
Yeah, and Kim, I want to say too that our group ride leaders that lead the Touring One rides, which are usually our introductory rides, are very, very good early in the season. Number one, about making sure that they know who has taken the Learn to Ride and who still has to take it, and going over some of the skills from the Learn to Ride and reminding people about signaling and all of that. So don't worry about that. They'll always ask, is this your first group ride? And go from there.
Yeah, I feel, I mean, I've been biking my whole life, just not in groups, just alone. And I feel very intimidated because of, you know, the fact that I like to bike, but I haven't ever done any group riding. And so I'm willing to try, just worried about, you know, so I'll start at the lowest level and see how it goes. My goal last year was to reach 50K. I didn't get there, but that's still my goal for this season. Hopefully I'll reach that. He was getting a new bike. So I have a new bike and a new helmet. So I should be okay. And the kit. I just don't know how to change my rear tires. So
that's what I'm here for. But thanks a lot, Kim. Okay, so next we've got Wendy. Nice to see you.
Hey guys, it's good to be alive and here and back standing again. It was a rough winter. Just wanted to ask if there's a possibility that we can arrange some advanced maintenance clinics this year. For those of us who have long since figured out how to fix a tire, but really want to learn more about how do we take care of our derailleurs and so on and so forth. Is there anything?
Okay, let's talk about that off, because I would like a list of things that you would look for. And if there's anybody else in here who wants something more advanced, create like a couple things. Yeah, create a couple things, and I'll look at putting something together. Okay, because there's different things that we could do. Like cleaning your bike, for instance, would be one, like taking apart everything and you know, doing that. So that's a great one. So Wendy, you want to provide like maybe 3-4 things that you're looking at. And if anybody else has the same desire to get more advanced, love it. It means you need to buy tools for your bike. But I have lots, and so I can share with you. So DM me with the things you would like to learn. All right, Val. Thanks, Val. Wendy.
Oh, you need to unmute, Valerie.
Try and do that. Okay. So what does the insurance actually cover?
Well, right. Well, anything like, it covers all the insurance. Like if you're to like have a crash, that type of stuff. I mean, we can go into further detail and send that to you.
Or just post it on the site.
Yeah, we can do that.
Hopefully no one ever needs it, but it's just nice to know.
Jean, you're muted.
Sorry?
Oh.
It's meant to cover anything that your provincial health plan wouldn't cover.
So it's like accidental health insurance.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It won't repair your damage.
Thanks.
It won't pay for your damaged bike.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
only your damaged body.
Just your damaged body. Okay. Well, hopefully nobody ever needs it, but thank you.
Yeah, that's right. That's why we teach our skills really well. So everybody's like group rides. So to avoid that thing. Okay. So I see Hannah has a question. Welcome.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry my aunt is out of town. I have a question for the kit. I got a new mountain bike because in Chelsea. And so like the kit that you're talking about, do they come with the adapter, like the fancy adapter for the tube?
What kit are you talking about?
So the one that you were showing with the, like for getting a flat tire, I was looking for one last year and I could not find one with an adapter to put on my tire.
Okay. So how about we take that question off, because that's more of a bike maintenance thing. So we can talk about that together outside of this.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yes. And the other question I have, with the jerseys, is that going to be in Ottawa or in Chelsea?
Well, it's in Ottawa. Yeah. So yeah, we only have one location, one time, because really we close our membership closes the 25th. So we're doing this a little differently this year. And so the 27th, you try on the jerseys if you want, or if you're okay with the sizing you picked. And through the survey that I'm going to send out, you pick the type. So if you're okay with that, you don't have to come out and try the jerseys on. But a lot of people like to come and try them on and feel them and make sure they got the right size. But it is going to be in Ottawa.
Yeah, I was suggesting, Sylvie, that if there are people that really can't come on the try-on night, you know, for example, maybe a few of us who can go would post and say, you know, I tried on this year's jersey. Last year I wore this size. Okay, this year, this is the size I'm wearing, or, you know what I mean? Just so people can get a comparison idea. I know that doesn't help people that are new members, but, you know.
I was trying to figure that out because I have broad shoulders. So.
Oh, well, we'll have a sizing chart. Okay. So that'll help. Yeah, so you can take your measurements and figure it out. We'll have 2 charts for that. You'll see them all in an email. I'll send them to you.
Okay.
So just watch for that. Thanks a lot, Hannah. And message me about the other question. Jill.
Hey, ladies. Just wanted to put a plug in there for Rideau Lakes. Still has open. So anyone who wants to do Rideau Lakes tour, I've crazily signed up with about 11 others of you, and we're going to do the quote-unquote short tour, which is 110 kilometers one way and turn around and come back 110 kilometers the next day. But there is still spots open. And I know there's some fairly experienced riders who have signed up, so thank you, because I have not been Zwifting all winter, and it's going to be a little slower on my end, and we're doing the no drop zone thing. So we might, when we get closer, we'll talk about maybe we want a faster group, a slower group, but just put it out there. There's still registration spots open.
Yeah. And if you're interested in cycling and meeting up with the CycleFitCHICKS team that's doing it, Jill has created an event. It's under events. And so you just go in and put your comment there saying, I'd like to be part of the CycleFitCHICKS group, so that you get messages from Jill about where you're going to meet up and all of that kind of stuff. So
maybe Sylvie, we put this as one of those badges you get. I did the Rideau Lakes tour.
Oh, we could add that. God, we're going to have to create our own badges. Who is good at graphic design? Anyone in here? Come on, we got to have at least one graphic design web person, someone. No?
Somebody must have like a 17-year-old who's really good at this.
I know. Anybody have any teenagers at home that can help us? We'll pay them. Carly, did you have a question?
I did, but then I remembered, like, I looked through the chat and I think got my answer. It was just about the hill climbs. But
okay.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if you're going to be doing them this year. So are we going to have like a coach, or we're just going to do like a casual meetup?
Well, we'll figure that out in May.
Okay.
Yeah, it's still going to be hill climbing, because that was fun. Actually, I felt that was pretty good. So does anybody else have any questions?
I'd just like to make a comment about the insurance that you talked about. And just to remind any new members that if you have a good road bike, that you should figure out how it's insured under your own personal house insurance, because as a general rule, most insurance companies will have a limit on how much they will insure your bike for, unless you have it. It's like having an important diamond ring. It will depend on what you put into your bike, and it's worthwhile checking with your insurance company to make sure that your bike is something that's mentioned in your insurance. Just saying.
Awesome. Thanks, Linda. I'm just trying to answer a question about, is anybody else trying to register right now? No? Okay.
I'll throw in a comment while you're trying to figure that out. For those people who are interested, there's going to be Wednesday night hills probably starting again this year as well. So if you can't make it to those 6:30 mornings in the Gats, we slum it on Corkstown Hill on Wednesday.
6 o'clock in the morning. 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, let's do it. Come on, Carly. Oh yeah, I'll be there.
I might change the time.
I'll be there. Really? No, 6 is fun. We saw animals up in the park and stuff at that time of day. It's awesome. Sunset or sunrise and animals and all sorts.
Yeah, but I think Wednesday is in the evening. Good. I don't know if you caught what Wendy said there. Wednesday is
there was
like
a dedicated group of ladies that went out to the Corkstown Hill on Wednesday nights. Yeah. So often. So
don't be afraid. You just have to,
who wants to do Blair Road?
Yeah, so there is a question about hills training in the East End, and not last year, but the year before, we had some East End ladies who met at Blair Road, and it was, they chose the evening based on what was convenient for the ladies that lived out there and were interested. So if anyone lives in the East End, and Sylvie can provide you with what you should work on, like how to what you need to do, and then whoever wants to go and just meet. It's always nice to do that kind of thing in a group. And so Sylvie can send you, okay, here's what the kind of drills that you should work on this week, and then you can just go and practice those drills. So it would be nice to have an East End group. If any of you ladies want to get together once the membership closes, if any of you ladies want to get together and get organized, we can, if someone wanted to lead that initiative, I think that we could count that towards your volunteer hours. If someone just wanted to say, okay, I'll take the lead on organizing, like Wendy's going to do the Wednesday night, hill climbing. If Wendy does that, and we just know when she's, the Wednesdays that she's organized it and communicates with Sylvie about what to work on and so on, then we can count that towards your volunteer hours.
Yeah, Marcia mentioned that Joelle, I think, might do the East End. She's in Orleans.
Oh, okay.
So and she's not here. So
Yeah, well,
but
we
like
can
I
set
said,
these things up starting after the registration closes.
yeah, a lot of things will start starting when the registration closes. So, okay. Sorry, Kim, you have another question?
Yeah.
No?
I do have one. So just a confirmation, tomorrow the bike maintenance is at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry, Kim, did you, I'm sorry, you didn't, you're muted.
Sorry. It was just about the registration and how to go about doing that.
For the club?
Yes.
I'm trying to get the link. Hold on. Just a second here.
Sorry, it's Sophie here. The link you put earlier for the registration for the club is right in the notes there in the comments.
Okay.
Yeah, for the Eventbrite link.
Yeah.
But the bike maintenance for tomorrow, it's, how do you register for that?
Well, when you go to the link, hit tickets. Tickets will take you to the multiple different events.
Oh, to the events. Okay, thank you.
Don't worry.
Is the class full tomorrow? I thought you said it was full.
Not at 12. 12 to 2, they're still open.
Okay.
Sophie,
Awesome.
Are you okay?
I'm good. That was me speaking.
Okay. Okay,
thank
perfect. Okay. Make sure I got everybody in here. I'm like, is anybody else? This is so amazing. Okay. Okay, everybody, can you put your cameras on? We could take a big photo for me. Everybody? Or you could just like deke out right now. This is like one of those things. Okay, bye. And everybody, oh, Julie, Melanie, Nadia. I know I'm gonna call everybody out. Maya, Keisha, Kate. Oh, look at Ed, Janice. All right. Okay, I'm happy. All right, everybody wave. Just a second. Let me get it. Oh my God. Woo. Okay. Sorry, that was a little social media moment. But thank you so much. If anybody, like I said, this is going to be recorded. We'll get it out next week. If you still have questions, and for those who are registered, start watching your emails, check your spam folder, because there'll be stuff coming out about the jersey pickup next year, reminders for the passport if you haven't got them in, like all this stuff that we need you guys to I try not to lump everything into one email. I try to maybe spread it out. There is an email out to join Strava if you haven't already. Bike maintenance clinics. Those who are newer doing group ride, learn to group ride, you will get emails about that. So anyways, just make sure you check all these spots. Spam, like, because I know some of the emails end up in there as well. But I just want to thank everyone for coming out. And it would have been super awesome to do this live next year. Next year, it'll be live. We'll be in a bar somewhere like we used to do. And so anyways, just super excited to start the season. Get you girls rolling. Is everybody excited?
Yeah.
It's Easter. Happy Easter. Right. I hope everybody's spending time with family, and I'm just gonna go jump in the hot tub myself. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so anyways, so blessed to have all of you ladies in the club, and I know it's gonna be another amazing year, just like the last two. So thank you. See you guys in the page.
Out on the road.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay,
have a great
bye
weekend.
everyone. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Group leaders, I'll be in touch with you.
Okay.